3 years ago, I sat close to a man who was earning over $220,000 a year. Beautiful home, luxury SUV in the driveway, private school tuition for his kids. On paper, he looked successful, but when we reviewed his finances privately, he had less than 3 months of savings, high-interest debt quietly stacking up, and no clear retirement structure. He leaned back in his chair and said something I'll never forget. "Chris, I make good money. Why do I still feel behind?" That question is why this channel exists. Because in America today, income and security are not the same thing. And nobody explains that clearly enough. My name is Chris. I've spent over 30 years working in finance and investments here in the United States. I've worked with high earners, business owners, retirees, and families at every income level. And I've seen something consistent across all of them. The problem is not how much money people make. It's what happens after the money hits their bank account. We live in a country where students graduate knowing the quadratic formula, but not knowing how compound interest works on their credit card. An 18-year-old can sign a $40,000 student loan document without fully understanding how long that debt will follow them. We are academically trained, but financially unprepared. That's not your fault. It's a gap in education. And that gap is costing families hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. That's why I created Chris Finance. Now, you might notice I'm using a clean digital avatar instead of sitting in front of a camera. After 3 decades in boardrooms and financial strategy sessions, I care less about being on screen and more about being clear. This format allows me to focus on teaching. No distractions, no fluff, just structure, clarity, and systems. And like investing, this channel will improve steadily over time. I'm learning the tools. I'm refining the delivery. But the knowledge, that part is already built on 30 years of real-world experience. Here's what you won't find here. You won't find hype. You won't find get rich next month. You won't find dramatic stock predictions. You will find clear explanations of how wealth is actually built, how retirement accounts really function, why housing decisions can shape your entire financial future, why keeping too much cash can slowly erode your purchasing power, how to build an automatic system that grows quietly in the background. Because here's something most people misunderstand. Wealth is not an income game. It's a consistency game. I've seen people earning $250,000, living stressed and stretched. I've seen families earning $60,000 build stability, confidence, and steady growth. The difference wasn't luck. It was structure. Right now in America, there's something I call the quietly broke phenomenon. People look financially successful from the outside. Nice cars, nice trips, upgraded lifestyles. But underneath, high payments, minimal liquidity, no long-term plan. Status is visible. Security is invisible. And we're going to focus on the invisible. On this channel, we'll simplify what truly matters. How compound growth works in your favor. How inflation slowly reduces buying power. How to structure debt strategically instead of emotionally. How to think long-term when the world pushes short-term gratification. How to move from being a consumer to becoming a capital owner. This is not about skipping coffee. It's not about extreme frugality. It's about understanding leverage risk and discipline allocation. Whether you're 25 and just starting, 45 and trying to optimize, or 70 and protecting retirement income, the principles are the same. Money rewards clarity. Money rewards patience. Money rewards consistency. And most people don't struggle because they're irresponsible. They struggle because nobody clearly explained the rules. That's what we're doing here. Now, let me ask you something. If you continue making financial decisions the same way you have for the past 5 years, where will that put you 5 years from now? That future version of you is depending on the decisions you make today. So here's what I need from you. If you're serious about strengthening your financial foundation, not just watching motivational clips, then subscribe to Chris Finance. But more importantly, engage, comment, share your stage of life, ask questions, because wealth building isn't passive, it's participatory. The first full lesson is coming next, and I promise you, if you stay until the end of that one, you'll walk away thinking differently about money. I'll see you in the next video.